Hi, everybody. Oh, there it is. One second. Oh, and I was muted. There we go. All right, we'll try this again. Hi, welcome everybody. Thank you for popping in with us tonight. My name is Katie Anthony. I am located in central Minnesota where it's nice and chilly right now. We have been with Plexus, my husband and I, for 10 years, and I'm really excited to share a little bit of our health journey and business journey with Plexus. But before I do that, we're excited because we're going to do a couple giveaways tonight. So we have a couple $10 gift cards that we want to gift to somebody in here tonight. So I'm going to have a question for you, and Rachel's going to have a question for you in a little bit. And if you participate and throw your answer in the comment section, your name will go in a drawing for a gift card. So we're going to do a $10 Amazon gift card. So all you have to do right now is comment over in the chat on a scale of 1 to 10. Where are you feeling right now as far as skeptical in this? As maybe 1, like you're all in, this is awesome, you're totally on board, or 10 being like, whoa, no, I'm not going to do one of those things. And that's okay. Okay. There's no judgment here because I think a lot of us would say we were there once. Okay. So we just want to know where you're at. And if you throw a number over in the chat, we're going to put you in a drawing. And remember, it's okay. If you're that 10, that's okay. So many of us have been there. And actually, if I can share with you, I had totally written off network marketing, doing something like this from home again. Okay. I had done something in the past. We had given it a try. I actually lost a lot more money than I made. And my husband probably inside was like, please stop doing this. And we came to the point where I did. We thought, nope, this isn't for us. And I truly had kind of sworn off anything like this. I was not going to do this again. It didn't work. It's not for me. That like, I'm not a salesperson. This isn't my jam. I'm not doing this again. But sometimes it's funny how God uses that thing that you have said absolutely not to actually be the thing that is the answer to prayer. And that has been our case. When we started Plexus, I truly just started for health benefits. I was an extremely exhausted mom. I was living on the emotional roller coaster. Probably was not pleasant to be around, just wanted to not be a hot mess anymore, right? My husband was dealing with some blood sugar issues. We just wanted to feel better. And so we joined strictly because we had tried everything else. Nothing else had worked. Nobody could give us answers to why we weren't feeling great. And we thought maybe this can help, kind of our last hope. And I knew Rachel and I trusted Rachel and she was loving it. So we were going to try this, but we weren't going to do the business. Okay. We were just going to try the products. Well, at the time we started, we were in a really beyond tight financial spot, extremely stressful financial spot in our home. When we had my daughter, I had transitioned from being a teacher full-time to coming home. And we knew that's where God wanted me to be. We had no doubt about that. But that meant going from a 2-income household to a 1-income household. And if you've been in that boat, you know how tight that can be at times. And I'm so thankful that God gave me a hardworking husband who would do whatever it took to make ends meet. But that meant a lot of hours of him away from us. He would go to his full-time job. He would come home in the afternoon, drop his stuff, change clothes, and he would go work at a resort near our house. And then in the fall, he would also travel most nights a week to referee wrestling matches. And so he was gone a lot. Our kids were tiny, so that meant they didn't see him for 2 to 3 days at a time because of him being up early and not being home till they went to bed. It was heavy. It was heavy on him. It was heavy on our marriage. When you don't have time to see one another, it's hard to stay connected, right? I was putting babies to bed by myself and single parenting most of the days of the week. And again, I'm so thankful for him and his work ethic. But one of our prayers was for an opportunity to free up our finances so he did not have to be gone, so we could have, yes, that financial freedom, but that financial freedom for us meant time freedom as a family. And that was something we prayed for and we cried for. And truly, if you've been in a financially tight spot, you know the nights of going to bed with tears, wondering how ends are going to meet. You know what it's like to go to the grocery store with a pit in your stomach because you had the list, but you weren't sure if you could actually get all the list. And that's where we were at. And so we prayed that God would open some doors. And again, he gave us Plexus. I didn't know that was the door he was opening because I had said no to that. I was done. I wasn't doing that. But I naturally, when we started these products, shared with those that I loved most. I had two sisters who were struggling with their health. I had a mom who was dealing with some health stuff. I had a best friend who wanted to of course, you naturally share what you love, right? That didn't take a lot of thought. I wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm gonna work a business. I thought, no, I love these people and they're struggling like I am. Hey guys, let's do this together. And so they jumped in, and you guys, we got a check back. And I think my husband was a little blown away. Like, what, where'd that come from? And we got this check in the mail and we felt such relief, kind of like, oh, this is different. Wow, we got cash back in our pockets. I didn't lose money this month. I didn't have to invest anything other than what I bought for our health. And we were able to have extra for groceries and extra for our products. And we started to see that this company was different. The heart here was different. They love us. They want us to succeed. They want more for our families. And over the last 10 years, that is exactly what this has been as that income has continued to grow. I can still be I'm a full-time stay-at-home homeschooling mom, but I have replaced my teaching income and more. My husband is not having to work 3 jobs. He comes home at the end of his day. We have our afternoons and evenings together. We get to travel as a family if we want to. We get to pay down debt faster. We get to save. We've been able to work on our house and do things that we thought would be still years in the making. We can go grocery shopping without that financial stress hanging over our heads. And this is just, it's the biggest blessing. And really, I love that I get to help other people. This doesn't feel like work to me. This feels natural. I get to just pour back into people and love on them and help them and encourage them. And God has used this thing that we said, absolutely not, no way, to be the exact thing that we needed. And so we have been so blessed by this. I'm so excited for you. Maybe you're feeling like, nope, not going to do that. I'm here to tell you that's okay. That's okay if you're there. But we want you to know there is hope. And there is an amazing opportunity that is different, that is so beneficial for families. And we are living proof of that over the last 10 years. So we thank you for letting us share that with you. We're excited to see where this goes. And we're excited for you in this. If you haven't dropped your number yet over in the comments, we're going to do a quick drawing here before I pass it off to Rachel. Okay, and the winner of the first gift card is Melissa Pinto. All right, so if you want to drop me a message here with your info, we will make sure that gets to you. But I'm excited. I'm going to pass it over to Rachel and let her share a little bit.
Katie, thank you so much. Wasn't that just a precious story? Katie used to babysit for my kids. She slept on my couch when my kids were little. And so when she reached out and said, Rachel, I've been following you on Facebook and I think I want to give this a try, I was so happy because I loved her. And you're still a kid to me in so many ways, Katie, but I've had so much fun linking arms with you and doing this business together. So blessed. That's been one of the coolest things. I'm going to read my part here because I'm a talker and we will go over if I don't do that. So I just want to tell you guys really quickly. So I'm Rachel Anderson, and we have this really neat system that Melissa Eichenhorst developed recently. And so if you're watching as a VIP and you're like, I've never shared this before, but you're very intrigued by what Katie was talking about, or maybe you're here as a potential, you're just watching this, your friend asked you, please come and see what this business is about. I'm going to share my screen really quickly. We have this really neat texting campaign that you guys can, oh, here we go. There we go. That you guys can be a part of. You just text the word earn, no punctuation, no emojis, no extra words, just EARN to this number 936-213-3090, and you'll be a part of this earn $300 campaign. It lasts for 6 days. You'll get a text every morning that's going to tell you, give you some ideas of how to share this business, how to use your referral link, how to help maybe your mom or your sister get started like Katie did. And we have something so special here as a team. And I said I was going to read it, but I guess I just told you about it, didn't I? So let me stop the share. I'll put this back on the screen one more time before we go, if I can figure this out. Thanks for being patient, guys. There we go. So I've been with Plexus for 10 years as well, and I had joined to get rid of an itchy rash on my foot. I wanted to lose a little bit of weight. I had 3 children. We were right in the middle of basketball season. I had 2 jobs. I was a busy mom. We were in trouble, though, if I can tell you. My hubby was Dave Ramsey before Dave Ramsey was Dave Ramsey. I always say Keith was Dave Ramsey on crack. He hated credit cards. He hated store credit cards. We never borrowed money from our parents. We just put our noses down and we worked for everything we had. And then sometimes you can do everything right, and all of a sudden life hits you right in the face. And that's what we were facing about 12 or 13 years ago before I had heard about Plexus. Keith tore his meniscus while he was tiling our bathroom floor. Our son was a senior in high school, getting ready to actually head off to his freshman year in college. He was going to play football, ended up tearing his meniscus while he was working out. And our daughter had an emergency appendectomy. All within it was around a year and a half's worth of time. I can't remember the time frame now. It's been so long, but we were in trouble. You've maybe heard that old phrase, robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's what we were doing. We were eating a lot of pancakes. We were always hoping grandma would invite us over for dinner. Our kids were packing their lunches. We were doing everything we could to cut corners, to save pennies and pay that debt down. Because if you've ever owed a hospital system money, you probably realize you don't just get to send a $25 or $50 check to the hospital. Every department would like you to make a payment to them. And we were struggling. And then the office where my son was getting his ultrasound therapy on his shoulder completely drained our health savings account. And we were like barely keeping our nose out of the water. And so when I joined Plexus, we had it was a 5 to 8 year plan to pay off all that debt. I was cleaning cabins. I was working at our kids' Christian school. My husband was working full-time at his job, and he was picking up odd jobs from a friend at church. And we were just throwing our money, all the money we could, at that debt, while we were also paying for our 3 kids to go through private Christian school. So we were strapped. We were doing it. We were okay until that health savings account was pulled out from under us. And so we were just in trouble, like I said. I joined Plexus to lose that weight, to get rid of that rash. My dear friend from school joined me. My aunt, who had been struggling with a tick-borne illness, joined me, and a friend from church who could never sleep at night joined me. That second month I was with the company, and I got this check, guys, for $175. And I was totally blown away. I remember the first check that I got, I called my sponsor and I said, if I have to give this back, I can't afford to. If this is a mistake, if Plexus didn't mean to mail me this check, I can't give it back. And she assured me, go cash it, go have some fun. And so guys, we went to Walmart my strapping son got to pick his own bag of multi-meal cereal. Do you guys remember those huge bags of cereal? The kids would always share a bag. I would buy one every couple of weeks. They would share it. When it was gone, it was gone. It was a nice treat for my kids. He got to pick his own. And I remember him like very purposefully trying to figure out which one he wanted. I can still see that. I can still see us in Walmart that night. And my daughters, who are 5 years apart, got to go pick out their own pack of socks. Things were so tight. My girls, who are 5 years apart, were sharing socks. One was 12, one was 17. And they're off getting their own pack of socks that we didn't have to call dad and say, is it okay if we grab some socks for Lizzie for basketball tonight? Is it okay if Caleb gets his own bag of cereal? I had $175. I felt like a millionaire. And we got organic fruits and vegetables. And I remember standing, you know, those sugar cookies with the really thick icing. I remember standing next to those near the produce department and choking up thinking about it because I thought, Keith doesn't have to worry about groceries this week. I just bought a week's worth of groceries. I just got stuff for lunch boxes. We got socks. We got the giant bags of cereal, and it didn't come out of our tight budget. And that's when I realized, I'm getting goosebumps, guys. Like, can you feel that? That's when I realized this is something amazing. It's not pulling us into debt like the last network marketing company that I had been a part of. There's zero debt with Plexus. And you order your own products and you share your referral link to your friends and family, and Plexus ships them theirs. You don't have to carry around a pouch full of money. You don't have to run vitamins to your friends. That's what I was doing with my last company. It all gets sent to them from Plexus, and I'm so grateful. So I wonder, guys, as I wrap up my story, what would you do with an extra $300 in a couple of weeks' time? When that gets deposited in your account because you've shared your referral link with your mom and your sister and your best friend and your cousin, what would you do with that? Tell me in the chat what an extra $300 would do for you. Katie's going to pick a winner for me. Shoot me a text and I'll announce it. I'm going to close with this, and then we're going to stop the recording and I'll share the giveaway. But whoever invited you tonight, they believe two things. They believe that Plexus can be a blessing for you and that you can be a blessing to others through Plexus. Sometimes Plexus is a means to an end, and to do great things in ministry, to do something bigger than you've ever dreamed of or imagined. We have mamas that have been able to adopt because of Plexus. We've built churches and water wells in Africa and homes for sex trafficked girls in Thailand. I could go on and on. Plexus truly allows you to make an impact all while you're making an income. At the very least, we'd love to share with you how to make $300 right off the bat. So if you'd like to be in that campaign, I'm going to share my screen one last time so you can get that down. If you want to be a part of this campaign, text EARN, only the word EARN, no punctuation, no emojis, just EARN, to 936-213-3090, and you'll be a part of that 1 week texting campaign. Katie, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to stop recording, and we can do, if I can figure this out, there we go.